What are ways that you think athletes could use social media other than obviously just posting photos of themselves
Selfies,
and whatnot, selfies
fit
and
pics, feet pics.
feet
Not like that. Like shoe pics.
chill out, bro.
like
Chill
like shoe
out.
pics.
I
Like
don't know how
Jordan's
you
are.
use your Instagram, but
This is the More Than an Athlete Hotline, Varsity Edition.
Presented by Champs times Eastbay, where lifestyle and performance intersect.
A place to call in and get advice on the challenges you face.
Where the ones who come before you tell their unfiltered stories because they know
That when you get knowledge, you give it.
it's a one-stop shop for information designed to empower the next generation of athletes.
Dial in.
what's good? Welcome to the More Than an Athlete Hotline, Varsity Edition, presented by UNINTERRUPTED, Champs times Eastbay. I'm your host, Mr. Donald Delahaye, aka Deshaun. I'm joined by the one, the only Sedona Prince. What's good, shawty?
What's up, y'all? I'm your co-host, Sedona Prince. You might know me as Sedona on TikTok.
Sedona.
Yeah, man, it's a blessing to be here. I play basketball for the Oregon Ducks as well. I'm a hooper, a little bit.
Turn up.
6'7".
You ain't got no buckets like that.
I know, not like you.
Why you said your height like it was gonna help you score
Sorry,
buckets or
sorry,
something?
Sorry, my bad. That's sensitive subject for you. My bad.
Oh, man. This is a show where we answer questions facing young athletes and we empower them to be more than. Today we're joined by the one, the only Ohio State Buckeyes tight end, Mr. G. Scott himself.
What's up, G?
Good, my boy?
Appreciate y'all having me on. Let's get this thing going.
Big chillin', big chillin'. Hey, bro, what cereal you had for breakfast this morning, man?
I had some Fruity Pebbles this morning.
Bro, I heard you a breakfast cereal connoisseur.
I am. My family actually called me the cereal man when I was younger.
Cereal god.
Cereal.
Okay. Top 3 cereals right now. Let me hear it.
Fruity Pebbles,
Okay.
Cinnamon Crunch,
All right.
and then the Cinnamon Life cereal. What's it called?
Dang. I didn't hear Frosted Flakes. I don't know if we could continue this interview,
Yeah,
y'all.
end it right now. Cut the cameras.
Cut it.
It's over.
Cut.
It's a wrap.
So the theme of today's episode is social media, getting noticed, and just building a brand itself, man. I know you got a big cereal thing going, man. Talk to us a little bit more about that. When were you inspired to kind of start that? You always been a cereal connoisseur?
Always been a cereal connoisseur since I was younger.
Yes, sir.
It's just something that I love to do. And then I guess one day I just took a boomerang of the cereal. I'm like, man, I'm going to rate this cereal.
Ooh.
I'm about to tell y'all what I think. I ended up just telling them it was like 9 out of 10 or something like that. Or I said, I think it was a Frosted Flakes one, and I said like a 7, and everyone was lining up. Man, you're crazy! Like Frosted Flakes, 10 out of 10. And then I just kind of just kept it going, and then I guess people kind of enjoyed it. And I haven't really done it recently, but I think I'm about to get back to it.
Nice. Yeah. What about how do you feel about content creation? We're both content creators. That's what we do. NCAA athlete, former NCAA athlete. So how do you feel like that's impacted your life, or like coming into how you balance things? What's your whole idea on content creation as a whole?
I think it's important. I think it's your brand, and it gives you the more you continue to grow your brand, and you have a following, you got a lot of people watching the things that you're doing. I think just putting out things that are authentic. I just get on a daily basis to continue putting out content, whether that's big or small. Like a lot of the content that I do isn't big YouTube videos like some of you guys may do or people may do. My thing may be just me something as simple as cereal, or be as simple as what I'm doing that day to take care of my body, for instance. Like it could be just different kind of stuff like that. And you never know the kind of people that you may inspire and you may meet along the way.
I know social media nowadays plays a big factor in recruitment. Back in my days, I'm an old head. Like they used to check your Twitter and stuff, and if you was tweeting something crazy, like coaches would be on that. Do you feel like social media has kind of helped with recruiting nowadays? Has it helped you at all, or just teammates or anything like that?
I mean, I think your platform and your social media base, like I think the bigger that number is just the more amount of people that are going to see you.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even if you have a smaller platform, it's literally people's job. Like there's people that literally have signed jobs at universities to make sure they go out and they find the talent that they need, and they do a great job at it. They make sure they don't miss the people. So like that's my message to a lot of the people that are may think that their social media isn't as big as they need it to be. I think there's people's jobs out there to make sure that they go out and find those guys that maybe quote unquote slept on.
Yeah, it's speaking of that, I know you're at a Power 5 school right now, and social media is so huge nowadays. How do you feel like it's looked at now that you're not just representing yourself on social media? You're representing your school, you're representing your conference, you're representing everybody who's a part of that staff as well, teammates, everybody.
Now that's big right there. That changed a lot about social media, the way that you kind of attack it. There's certain things like opinionated statements that you can't really make the same. And the bigger of a university that you're at, the more the magnifying glass is on you.
Hmm.
Bigger your fan base is, the more people that you're sharing things to, the more opinions are going to be looked at you like. And so you kind of just be more careful the bigger level that you get.
Yeah, man.
And
Yeah.
The
I feel
more
that as well. And I'm at a Power Five school as well. I play basketball at Oregon, and I feel that as well. I have a massive platform, and everybody looks at what I post, and it's scary at some point. You're like, oh man, who sees this? And you want to be very, very
Mhm.
careful with what kind of content you put to the world. Make sure it's relates to your sport and who you are as a person. But it's just it's a very scary world.
The bigger your
Absolutely.
platform, the more tweets gonna go out, the
Hmm.
more articles gonna get written about y'all stuff.
People
You
gonna
guys
film
are
you.
really under a big magnifying glass,
Yeah.
bro. And it's good that you're doing, the serial thing. You're passionate about that. Do you feel like people should separate that? Like post your highlights on one page and maybe post like things you're passionate about on the other, or should you mix all that together so that coaches could kind of know who you are? What do you think athletes should do as far
that's
as that go?
that's why a part of me, I don't really like social media, but the part of me that I do is because there is no way to do it. There's no way to media. It's literally your way to express yourself through many boxes on a page. Um,
Yeah. That's a good way to put
that's
it.
Yeah, that's beautifully said.
that's how you love cereal, or you love going on walks with dog, whatever the case may be. Whatever you do, you can kind of put it into your own little profile, and I think that's the way you go about it. Now, granted, being smart and probably not putting inappropriate things may help your chances with future um, opportunity. But yeah, I think there's no way to do it.
Yeah, what I did on TikTok was I had a main page, like my verified account, with like basketball content and like things that I wanted WNBA scouts to see, you know. And then I had on my second channel, things that I wanted my friends to
It's
see.
like the spam page, right?
Exactly, yeah. And
Yeah.
that one ended up blowing up even like almost bigger than my first
The
account.
finstas.
Yeah, so it's like my two different personalities. My Instagram is more just like one, but I feel like that's so important for, if it's either in one account or multiple accounts for athletes to show their basketball side, like in and out the lines. That's so important to get like both of those because fans want to see that. They don't want to just see how, yeah, you might score 30 points, you might get a bunch of
Yeah.
touchdowns, whatever, but they want to see who you are as a person. And so showing your personality in like both kind of
Mhm.
ways is really it's crucial.
How important do you feel like it is to build your brand? Like, obviously, the game of football could end any day, bro. Knock on wood, it's not gonna happen, but you could get injured at any time, and your career could come to an end. How important do you think building a brand is in today's landscape?
I think your brand is
Yeah.
everything, and I think when people think brand, I think a lot of people like to think the kind of football player they see you as, and that's not, your brand is a lot bigger than that. Your brand is when they say your name, when they see a G Scott Jr., what are people thinking? So that's not if I scored X amount of touchdowns in a year. That's who is he as a man,
You're more than an
and
athlete.
like you said, I mean, football is terminal. It's gonna go away at some point, and your brand is kind of all you're left with. Are you a marketable guy? Or are you kind of someone that businesses don't want to be a part
Mhm.
of?
What that question right now?
Uh,
Smart. Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
like that? You
I like
like
that
that? You
question, bro. That's
feel
my
me? I've been
question.
cooking it up back
Yeah.
here the whole time.
All right, so you got a question for you, bro. So, I mean, what does it mean to you personally to be more than an athlete?
I mean, I can speak on that forever. There's so many ways you could look at that, but I think being more than an athlete is like, who are you on a daily basis? I mean, I think kind of like what I spoke to a moment ago is just like, this game is terminal. This game's terminal, and you only have X amount of time doing what you do. Like, something lately in my life, something that I've been trying to work on is being more than an athlete. Is, I mean, how do I treat the people around me? How am I treating the quote unquote the janitors of the world, the people that you may think that this person has no way of helping me. So why would I want to like what? Why would I want to give them a certain level of respect if they have no way to help me? And just respecting those people, like, and I think that's my way of showing being more than an athlete is, who am I when the doors are closed? Do I treat people well? Am I a good sibling? Am I a good son? Those kind of things is the way I'm more than an athlete.
That's amazing, man.
There's that quote that says you should treat the CEO the same way that you treat the janitor and vice versa, bro. Much respect
Yes,
when it comes to that, bro.
All right, with this whole new wave of these student athletes coming into college with these massive social media followings, college coaches are looking at that. They're studying that. They're stalking you, as you could say, making sure that these kids are coming in with good platforms. What do you think is like been the biggest thing for the recruiting? You know, with the process of like how social media weighs into this. What are your like thoughts about that?
And when it comes to having a big platform kind of coming into high school, when it comes to what college coaches are looking for, I don't think it's too complex. I think it's basic teachings that maybe your and my parents probably taught us growing up. Don't post this, don't post that. I think it's very black and white and simple. If you got a pretty good page, you look like you're motivated towards doing something. You're not posting reckless stuff. I think for the most part, um, you're good to go.
And I heard that there's like a study that like 90% of coaches really dive deep into social media to figure out if they want to recruit someone or not. How has it affected your recruiting? Have I don't know, have coaches said, "Hey, we saw you post this or we saw you tweet that." Like how has that affected your recruiting?
Uh, Personally, nothing that I know of it has affected me, but I think I'm pretty sure they do, and I think I've had a pretty good track record of the kind of things that I've posted. I've been consistent in whether that's Instagram captions or things I'm posting on my story. I try to keep it as positive as possible, and no coaches came up to me and be like, "Hey, man, I saw you post this. I want to reach out and give you an opportunity." But I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure there's meetings, and like that 90% that you talked about. I'm sure that's 100% true. That I mean, I'm sure there's meetings behind doors that they have. They're like, "Man, this recruit is doing X, Y, and Z. Do we really want him at our university?" I agree.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I think social media is so much about like authenticity, you
Mhm.
know, and that speaks to you as a person. That college coaches aren't worried about what you're doing on social media because you're just authentically a good person.
It's
You know,
you.
you're just showing your true self and everyone sees you as like, you know, you, which is so special.
Vibing, balling on the field, being a G and eating cereal, my boy.
Being a G.
Yes, sir. Sedona, I got a question for you.
What's up, man? Hit me
So
with
you
it.
had like a really viral moment on your social media, and I guess it just blew you up. You gained a ton of followers literally overnight.
Yeah.
Did that change your approach to social media at all? Did you start looking at it differently? Were you more careful about what you posted? How did that affect your views on social media?
I've always been very careful about what I posted.
Mhm.
Since I started social media and like, you know, I started like in the 10th grade, really like just posted on Instagram and
Mhm.
stuff. But when I started TikTok, I was always very careful about the content that I put out. That it was good content, represented who I was, and just like things that I wanted people to see.
Mhm.
And so yeah, when this moment hit, I was, you know, it was crazy. I got like 1.5 million followers in over a
Dang,
week or less than a week. It was nuts.
dang, I'm jealous.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro.
I'm
but
jealous.
um, but yeah, man, it was like, you know, a switch flipped in me where I had
Mhm.
to realize that, like, now everything I post from here on out
People are
has to be
watching.
like, yeah, people are watching, has to be good content. I have to be creating things that, like, you know, are meaningful to me, are special, tell
Mhm.
stories and stuff, and like tell, you know, build my brand as a whole, as who I am as a person and an athlete. And
Mm.
so that moment, you know, I was making good content before, but I had to, you know, bring up my production quality,
Mhm.
had to get editors, had to
Mhm.
really start like working towards it as more of a future
Scale it.
career. Yeah.
Scale it.
Yeah.
Yeah. G, do you think you had maybe a moment? I don't know, maybe when you committed to Ohio State that your follower count blew up and now you realize, hey, this social media stuff is real. Like, I gotta watch what I post. Like everything, like you said, is under magnifying glass now. What was that moment like?
I think that started like a little bit in high school. I had a lot of we'd do 7-on-7 tournaments and like overtime accounts and different people that would be at our tournaments would come out and take video and they'd be posting it. Or I would do certain features where they have me say certain things. They record our games, and I'll be mic'd up, for instance, for a game, and that's where my Instagram started blowing up a little bit. And yeah, and at that moment in my life, I realized I needed to take it even more serious at the next level, and everything I'm doing is on a magnifying glass. And yeah,
Man, what's it like being mic'd up, bro? Like I do a lot of football videos and stuff and I've never mic'd nobody up. I think it would be so dope. What's it like being mic'd up?
it's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Just I don't know. You got to be censored though a little bit. You got to let the people around you. That's like bro code 101. You got to tell people that you mic'd up.
Yeah.
Whenever you were mic'd up, did you have control over what was put out or the company just kind of ran with it?
They ran with it.
Oh
Yeah. Listen.
I
man.
guess they didn't put anything that I wouldn't want on there, so everything was luckily fine. But I didn't really have a control over it.
Yeah, that's what they do for us too. Like,
That's
might get some in
crazy.
practice, and then you watch it again, you're like, "Oh, I said that.
Like,
Dang.
damn, that's what I
Yeah,
said.
why'd I
What?
yell? Oh my god, I'm so mean."
I don't even listen to it half the time. I hardly like hear myself talk in any sense.
Mhm.
Oh man. How you gonna create content, bro? You feel me?
Yeah, man.
Like I just don't. You never get that feeling when you just hear your own voice, where it just kind of feels weird when you hear
Mhm.
your own voice.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like a
that.
lot of people say that, but like I don't know. I feel like I've been doing it for so long that now it's just regular. When I
Yeah.
first started, I would cringe at my voice, like even looking at myself on the
hmm
camera, everything. But now it's just
Yeah.
second nature.
Yeah, it's about practice, man. When I started too, I was like, I hate this. Like, I'm so uncomfortable. And now in front of the camera, like, I can do it anywhere, anytime.
Natural.
Yeah, 100%. It becomes like
Takes
second
practice,
nature.
bro. The more you practice, man, the more
Yeah.
you put yourself out there. It's just like football. I'm sure you ain't had the best hands when you started, but the more you practice, the better you
hmm
got at route run, the more everything. I mean, you put in
Yeah.
the work, then the better you get.
Yeah. It becomes fun too. All right, boys. Are y'all ready for the hotline?
What we got, man?
The questions that y'all asked that we will answer. Here we go.
Let's get it. What you got for us?
All right. Question number 1 at the final countdown. What's the best advice you could give someone about building a brand online? Go ahead, Donald.
I say the best advice I could give someone is be authentic, be you. Let's say you build a brand and you put up a fake image and you're just kind of what you think people want you to be. You're going to hate that. You're going to wake up every day and hate yourself while you're doing it. You're like, bro, I don't even care about this. Why am I even doing this? Like, it doesn't make me happy. It doesn't mean nothing to me. Build a brand based off authenticity. Build the brand based off of you. Don't try to copy people. Don't try to do what other people do. Don't do something that's unauthentic to you. Be you at all times, and it's gonna make you happy.
Yeah, man. Preach. I feel the same way, you know? Like, imagine, like, not being your true authentic self online, and then
Yeah.
you have to, like, constantly just keep up with that instead of just being who you are. It's a race to do that kind of stuff.
Imagine if you was making tennis content just because a
Yeah.
tennis video
Golf
blew up or
content.
something.
Like I said, I'm a golfer.
How you feel about that, G?
I think what you said word for word what I was gonna say. Like that would be the one word that I'd go for is just authenticity.
Yes, sir.
Like trying to put a mask on every single day that's not being yourself is at some point is gonna get old. And I think the easiest way to carry a media page or doing and just loving it, just doing what you do is just being yourself.
My biggest thing as well is, like, a lot of people when they start social media, they're scared to just post.
Just be
Yeah,
you.
they're
Just
scared to put, like, themselves out there and just post and stuff. And, like, yeah, you might get backlash, you might get hate, but you might get a ton of love. You
yeah.
probably will.
You don't
So,
know. You
yeah.
don't know unless you do it.
Yeah.
I have so many friends that want to make YouTube channels or TikToks or whatever, and like, man, I don't know. I'm scared to post. I'm nervous. Like, they come up with some type of excuse, bro.
Yeah.
Just
Just
do
do
it,
it.
bro.
Just do it. Just
No
post.
Nike, but just do it, bro.
Yeah. All right, next question. All right, question 2 at Bang Bang Boogie.
These
Ask this
names are
question.
getting more and more
I
creative.
know, they're getting crazy. How did you get noticed originally? G, you go ahead. How'd you get noticed, bro?
I think I hit it on the nose. I think it was 7-on-7, which really started giving me that exposure. A lot of different people at our tournaments that we were playing at, and there was a lot of eyes on the when we were there, and just going out there and balling on that stage. It kind of gave me a lot of notoriety.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. A lot of big stars are coming up in 7-on-7s now. I don't know if you ever heard of Travis Hunter. He a Florida State commit, #1 athlete in the country. That man is a walking highlight tape, and just based off 7-on-7s, like he's gotten crazy offers and stuff.
The whole football
Yeah.
world. I don't
I
know nothing
think-
about this stuff. It's
I think the
crazy.
first time I got noticed was way back in high school. I'm a kicker, and I was just at practice. They was doing walkthroughs, and I was just bored on the side. Us kickers, y'all know we don't be doing nothing. So I just put the ball down, and I did like a spin kick, and it's hard to describe it, but I kicked the ball a certain way that it rolls and stands up like without a holder, and then I kicked the field goal. And then SportsCenter, ESPN, like all the big social pages, like took that and ran with it. And I don't know, it's kind of like my first viral moment. That was probably like 11th grade in high school. That's kind of how I got noticed, and I realized there was something here with the social media stuff. How'd you get noticed? I think I know, but I want to hear it again.
I had been noticed kind of before that my big viral moment at the NCAA tournament. Just from posting good content. I think like 500,000 followers going in there. And then that was the moment where like people really started to know who I was, recognize my face. I became like, this viral moment as a person, which was insane.
Mhm. Did you have like a lot of content on there before, and then people were drawn to that from the viral video?
Yeah,
or?
yeah, man. I had been so prepared for that moment. I knew how to make content.
Mhm.
I already had so much good content on my page, so
Had the
like people were
tools.
attracted to that. So as soon as they saw my page, they were like, I didn't just make one viral video.
Yeah.
I had made so many other viral videos with my height, about my relationships,
Yeah.
my funny things, eating videos, what I eat in a day. So much good like episodic content. People were drawn to my page, which helped my follower follower
That's
count
super
boost
dope.
incredibly.
That's super dope. That's
Yeah,
super
man.
dope.
I
Were
was
you ready for
prepared.
the moment?
Yeah, like I was ready for that moment. I knew what I needed to do.
Yeah.
And then after that, before that moment, like if I had just done one thing, like I said, I wouldn't have been ready for the afterwards. I
Mhm.
wouldn't be sitting here today.
hmm
So yeah.
What's question number 3? What you
Question
got
number
for
3,
us?
boys. Question number 3. Final question.
Yes, sir. Final
At
countdown.
Really Man with 4 N. What are some red flags to avoid so you don't get noticed for the wrong reason? G, go ahead, my boy.
Ooh, red flags. I think I got to touch on it earlier. I think a lot of it is just common sense of just, I mean, if you're posting anything to do with alcoholic beverages, regardless of what you do in your personal life, I just would really recommend to keep that away from your social media. You should just, I mean, and I'm not even saying be fake, but you should definitely portray yourself, the best version of yourself. Be yourself, but I think definitely portraying the best version of yourself and not putting any of that kind of stuff on your social media would definitely help you out.
Yeah, man. What kind
I
of
agree with
content would
that.
you want your grandma to watch? You
I
know,
agree with
I let
that.
my
Yeah.
grandma, my aunt, my great aunt, they all watch all my TikToks because it's all safe children content. You know, or not children, but like, you know, it's me, it's just me being
PG,
me.
it's
Yeah.
not,
So posting content that you want, like, you know, your family, your coaches,
Yeah.
people around you, you're not ashamed to post, which is like, you know,
Yeah.
includes safe things.
I think that's a great point. I think definitely you should make content that you feel like your family can watch and not be, triggered by it or anything. And I also feel like people are quick to post their business. Let's say you get in an argument with your girl or something, you go to talking junk on your story or whatever. Like, keep your business private. The world don't gotta know like how you moving. The world don't gotta know what you got going on. Like, keep that to yourself. Posting about it's not gonna do anything but make the situation worse. I feel like a lot of coaches maybe will see that and be like, "Oh, this kid's a hothead. Maybe if something goes on in the locker room, he gonna talk about it." So I don't know, just have common sense, man. You should know what you can and can't post. And if you're questionable if you can post that, then you probably should not post that.
Also, it's very, you know, a lot of people post shocking content, which
Yeah.
gets a ton of views, you know. But in the athlete perspective, if you post shocking content that might reflect you badly, you might get 10 million views, but you look bad,
You
you
look
know, it
bad,
reflects
yeah.
badly on you. So posting like good content that has value and means something and like affects people in a good way is what athletes need to do.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Wow, you guys some smart athletes, man.
Yeah, man.
Y'all know a little
You're a
thing
smart
or
man,
two
G.
about
You know
social
what you're
media
doing.
now. Hey, thanks for tuning in with us, G, man. We appreciate all the insights you gave us. We appreciate getting to know you. And we appreciate you coming on here and answering questions, bro. If we want to follow you on social media, we want to help you build your brand. How do we find you?
It's G Scott Jr. on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. It's GEE Scott Jr.
Please do not forget, we cannot answer questions if y'all don't ask them, man.
We can't, bruh.
So hit us up. The
Hit
link in the
us.
description.
Link
Click
in
it.
the bio.
Call the hotline. Hit us up. We'll answer them yourselves with your favorite athletes.
Yes, sir, Ski. Thank you, G. We appreciate you, my guy. Keep doing your thing, man. We're supporting you. We're supporting your career on social media, and we're supporting your career on the field. Keep doing your thing. You got a good head on your shoulders, man. Keep it up, brother. All love on this end, man.
Yes, sir. Great job, G. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate y'all. God bless.
And now let's kick it into our MTAA Athlete of the Month segment, the segment where we highlight high school athletes who embody what it means to be more than and who have more to show than what's on a scoreboard. Our Athlete of the Month for this month is Myka Perry. She is killing it. She's a guard at Norman High, and she's certified and is committed to UF.
Certified D1 bucket, baby.
Certified
Welcome,
buckets.
girl.
How you doing, Myka? What's popping? You good?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing phenomenal, doing phenomenal. It's amazing to have you, man. Your story is quite interesting, very interesting. So we first heard word about your story because
It made headlines, yeah.
it made headlines, man. It's a touchy subject, and I guess you talked to your coach about being able to take a knee before your games. Talk to us about that.
One day before, it was just a normal regular season game, and then my teammate Shantae Embry, she's at Texas Tech now. She was a senior last year. We just were talking about kneeling for the national anthem, and then we finally just said, let's go ask Coach Neal if we can do it. So we went down there. Coach Neal was immediately on board. He was all for it, and so we ended up doing it. And then every game from then on out, the whole season, we knelt before every game during the national anthem. And then we got to state, and, you know, we knelt for the national anthem, and then we played our game, had no clue, and then we were in our hotel rooms, and Coach Neal knocked on all our doors, brought us all together, and then we heard the tape of what the guy said about us, and we still had 2 more games at stake. So the next day, emotional roller coaster. I mean, that game was crazy. The other team actually kneeled with us, which was really good. It felt really good to for them to have our backs, even though they were going to be our competition in less than 5 minutes.
Yeah, in that moment, like when you heard those words being said, like what was your first reaction? Like how did it make you feel?
At first, it was shock, and then shock turned into anger, and then anger turned into sadness, like disbelief. Like I can't believe that actually happened.
So take it back, just to give people and viewers a little bit of context. I guess during their kneeling pregame, one of the announcers was on a live mic, and he happened to make some racial slurs, and it just went viral.
Yeah.
It was headlines worldwide,
Yeah.
newswide. Like everybody heard what this man had to say, and you guys were in a big stage, and you still had all these games to play. And how did that affect you guys? Did you guys like unite together more, or did it cause like a
I
divide between you guys? What was the response to that?
There was no division. I honestly think it brought us even more together and actually helped us end up going and winning the state championship. It just made us that much tighter, that much closer, and it honestly helped us. So
Yeah. You got a ring now to prove it. That's
Y'all
so
got a
special, man.
ring.
Yeah.
It's like
Congrats.
in your face to that guy, man.
Yeah. Damn.
At that moment, I know it made a lot of news outlets, and it was basically in the national spotlight. How'd you feel being in that position? I know you were bombarded left and right, probably interviews and questions and everything. What was that moment like?
for like a good 4 months, it was really crazy. Me and my whole team getting DMs to go on all these different kinds of shows, news, like interviews, podcasts. It was crazy because I don't think we were a big deal in Oklahoma for sure because our team was
I was
all Division
balling,
One
certified buckets,
Certified buckets.
certified bucket.
Yeah. How did you balance like that? Like all the noise outside, but you still have your sport and school and life. Like how did you balance, what was all going on in your life?
To be honest, for me, I just tried to block it all out. I mean, I did what I was supposed to do. I did the interviews and I gave my voice, my opinion to everybody. But for the most part, if nobody asked me about it, I wasn't going to talk about it because it was a touchy subject and it still is, obviously. But it's good that it gave us a voice on the national level and even global.
And
I'm
I mean, I'm sure it hurt so many
Oh,
people,
I already know.
hearing that. Yeah. Especially he was a pastor, right?
That's crazy,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, hearing that, I can't even imagine.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for speaking your voice and standing up for your teammates and everything. How'd your teammates take to all this? Because I know like obviously you have African American teammates and stuff. So how'd that
Yeah,
affect them? How'd they feel?
um, the starters, I was the only white player who
Wow.
started, but for them, obviously, I don't understand
Yeah.
like they do, but it was emotional for me seeing them have to go through that. It was really hard on everybody, but I can't even imagine them. I was just there for them. I supported them. I mean, they're my family, they're my sisters, no matter what. And that's just how I treated them. I just supported them through everything.
Yeah. That's a testament to you too, like being impacted through this, but letting them tell their stories. I think it's
Yeah.
really special, bro. And it's probably very traumatic. I'm sorry you went through all this.
As a fellow African American, I want to say thank you for helping us advance this movement, and thank you for speaking out, and thank you for being there for us and embracing us. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so obviously this stuff is crazy, and I know a lot of conversations went on between you guys, teammates, friends, everybody. What were those conversations like?
It just depended on what person you were talking to. Obviously, with me and my teammates, it was more like a rant. We're angry. We're feeling all these emotions. But also, the conversation was we're not going to let this get in the way of our
Yeah.
goals. We had this goal the whole season to go and win a state championship, and we're not going to let this dude who is just hateful take that away from us.
Yeah, and you did it. You got a ring, bro. How did that feel? In the locker room afterwards and you're like thinking back?
Yeah, we won my freshman year too, but this one, it was
It's
just
extra special.
special.
I already know.
Yeah, it just felt really good when that buzzer went off. And like seeing everybody have a smile on their face when that buzzer went off was huge because it felt like nobody had smiled for the past 2
Yeah.
Yeah,
days.
that's special, man.
I know you guys received a lot of support and a lot of people, stood by you guys' side, but I'm sure there was haters. Did you guys get any type of backlash or any type of negativity?
Yeah, we got a lot. Not even just that. Before that, we would play, in like richer parts of
Yeah.
Oklahoma. People would pull out their phones and start videotaping us, making faces at us. It was very obvious they were not in support of what we're doing. And then after that happened, obviously, there was people who were 100% behind us, and there were people on social media and even at our school, Norman High, who just bashed us over and over again.
Yeah. Do you think that like all that hate and stuff just made y'all closer as a team because you had something like so in common that you were all fighting together?
Yeah, for sure. It was really good for us as a family. It just made us that much closer.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it kind of became more than basketball at that point. You guys were more than
Yeah,
athletes. You guys were advocates of this movement.
Yeah.
mm,
So big
it
question.
was more for sure. When that buzzer went off, it was more than basketball. When we got our rings, we all engraved "This is why we kneel" on the inside
Wow,
of them,
that's powerful.
and it was more than
Damn,
basketball
that
when we
just
got
gave me
that.
I
chills,
know, I
bro.
got chills earlier
That just
too.
gave me chills.
Jeez, man. So
That's
a
crazy.
big question for you. What does it mean to you to be more than an athlete?
I think to me, being more than an athlete is just being the best version of you on and off the court or the field or whatever sport you play. It's just being the best version of you, being authentic to you, being confident in everything you do, being courageous, being brave. Because us kneeling, that took bravery because we live in Oklahoma. We know we're going to get hate from it. And it was brave of us to do that. So I think that's what being more than an athlete is.
Again, props on your courage. Props for you standing up and using your voice.
Yeah, for
But
real.
enough of this negative stuff,
Yeah.
bro. You a certified bucket, bro. How excited are you to go D1?
Ooh.
How excited are you?
I've been committed for over a year now. I just knew that's where I was supposed to be. Man, I'm so excited to get there. I'm ready to
Yeah.
leave Oklahoma.
When'd you know, and how'd you know that UF was the one? Like, you said you felt like
It,
you had to be there. How'd you know?
yeah, it was just the coaches. Relationships is really important to me, especially since Florida's a long way from
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
about to say, you're
Rela-
from Oklahoma. Why not Oklahoma?
Uh,
Don't wanna
Hey,
get
I'm
to that.
from
Don't
Florida.
get
We welcome you. Us Floridians, we welcome
it
you.
just wasn't for me. I mean, I was never. That was never really a thought in my mind, if
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Hey, bring your buckets to Florida. We waiting on you, man. We waiting on you.
I'm a hooper.
Yeah.
I play organ.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a bucket as well.
A little
But
bucket. A big
what-
bucket.
a big bucket, literally a big bucket. What's like special about your game? Like what when someone watches you play, what are they gonna see?
I'm a two-way player, offense and defense. I take a lot of pride in defense.
Clamps.
And on offense, I can do a little bit of everything. I like driving the most, but I can shoot the three.
Okay.
I facilitate for my teammates. I'm definitely a team player. There's a lot of aspects to my game that makes me special, but I would say the thing that makes me the most special is both ways, offense and defense. I'm giving it my all.
How tall are you? Question. Just a random question.
I'm 6'1".
Oh, what's
so
up
you
with
got-
all y'all being taller than me, bro? Oh
my
God.
boy's hurt that he's 5'6". Just ignore him.
Oh, y'all hear that? 5'6". I'm 5'10", by the way. But she like 6'12".
He's 5'9"
So
and a
she
half.
feeling herself right now. I am 5'9" and a half. No cap.
You got any like low post moves? What you
Low
got? Like
post.
fadeaway, jumpers, baseline, hook shot,
I like step backs.
step back.
sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, that Harden step back? We talking James Harden or what?
I don't know.
The
Nah.
travel,
I don't,
James Harden
Travel.
travel.
He don't
two-step.
be. It's a gather step, bro.
It's a two-step. It's a travel.
A gather.
No,
Why don't
it's
they
a
call
1-2.
it? Why don't they call it?
Because it's the NBA.
Mm.
Yeah, hot take.
All right. Who's and anybody you model your game after? Any players you look up to or anything that you want to hoop like or?
man, when I was younger, it was Russell Westbrook.
Ooh.
I just loved how hard he
He's
played.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
that
what
man
about-
leaves
what
it
ab-
all on the court.
What about female hoopers? You like any?
Diana Taurasi.
Hell yeah, yeah. She's a
Sure.
bucket.
Hey, she gonna be a bucket too though.
I know. She already is a bucket. She's certified.
Already a bucket. Already a bucket.
Yeah, I hope we get to play against you. I'm
Yeah.
kind of far away. I'm in the other side of the country, but that'd be pretty cool.
In the tournament, don't y'all?
Yeah, we could.
That'd be dope.
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd
Like,
be
hey girl, what's
dope.
up?
Do you have aspirations to play in the WNBA or anything like that?
Yeah, I do. If I can make it there, I definitely want to. I'm gonna try my best to
Yeah.
make it there.
Oh yeah,
Hey, you
keep
gotta
working.
believe. Don't say if, say when I make
Yeah,
it.
say when. That's
When I'll
really
make it
yeah,
there, I'm
When
gonna
I make it.
yeah,
get buckets.
yeah.
Do you have any hobbies off the court?
I just like doing normal teenage
Yeah.
things, hanging out with friends, watching
Shopping,
Netflix.
Yeah.
like shopping.
I'm not a big shopper.
Ah,
I get frustrated.
For real? What? I
you got
thought.
shoe game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got Jordan ones on right now.
Oh,
Okay.
what's the most heat you got in your closet? I gotta know. I'm a big shoe advocate as well. I got like 200 pair of shoes.
Jeez, for real?
I don't got that many, but I got 3 pairs of Jordans,
Okay, okay.
and I got. I mean, those are the ones I wear the most
Yeah.
because they're Jordans. But
All right, question. What's the hoop shoes though? What you hooping in?
I wear Damian Lillard's
Okay,
right now.
okay.
Nice. That's
That's
Adidas,
valid.
right?
That's valid.
Those
That's
are
valid.
comfy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
those are
love
comfy.
these. They're comfortable.
Damian
Nice.
Lillard is a bucket.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
so underrated,
He's
bro.
nasty. Yeah.
Damian Lillard is
Yeah.
a bucket.
We wanted to talk about like a little about your social media as
Mhm.
well, and how you present yourself as an authentic you through your social media. So, kind of touch on that and explain, what your vision is through that.
Again, in social media, it's a great way to give me a voice outside of my sport. That's how I advocate the most through all social medias, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everything. I just get my voice out there and it lets people know who I am off the court, which is really important to me.
Do you feel like nowadays in this day and age, social media and being an athlete go hand in hand and they're very important?
No, yeah, especially now for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy new rules. It's a
Yeah.
brand new world. I mean, we're in the first year of it. So, your second year or your first year of college will be the second year that's ever been allowed, NIL and stuff. So, are you excited for that? Like, what are your thoughts to that?
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
She
I
about to make
hope
some bread
Some
now.
money.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah. I mean, I'm an
I hope I benefit from that.
yeah, I'm an NCAA athlete. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm in the NIL right now. It's crazy, dude. I'm excited for
Yeah.
you. Like, it's definitely a crazy new world. You're gonna have a lot of fun.
Hey, if you need some advice, she got like 3 million TikTok followers, bro.
No, you have more than
No,
me.
I don't.
I'm
Yes,
one
you
of
No,
do.
I don't. No, I
I'm one of those followers, so
don't. Well, since you've kind of started high school and social media's kind of been booming a lot lately, has your attitude towards it changed? Like, were you always active on social media? Do you put more of an emphasis on it now? What's your take on social media nowadays?
when I first started high school, I wasn't too active on any social media. I didn't necessarily even like social media. You know, a bunch of teenagers, you know how that goes sometimes.
Yeah,
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 feel that.
As I've grown as an athlete, social media has also grown with it because I know being an athlete is about your performance in your sport, but it's also about your performance in life in general.
All right, so man, I was in high school years ago. I'm ancient, like 2012 through 2015, and back then, social media wasn't really a thing. They'd always say, "Oh, coach is gonna check your Twitter and this and that. Watch what y'all tweeting." Instagram wasn't even like Instagram. People still posted photos with their little uh, borders around them and stuff. It wasn't really Instagram, but I feel like social media's changed so much, and it's kind of been helping people get recruited and in other ways. What are ways that you think athletes could use social media other than obviously just posting photos of
Selfie,
themselves and whatnot, selfies
fit
and
pics, feet pics.
feet pics.
Not like that. Like shoe pics.
Chill out, bro.
like
Chill
shoe
out.
pics. Like
I don't know how
Jordans
you
are.
use your Instagram, but what do you think are some positive ways that athletes can use their social media nowadays?
Social media is huge in the recruiting process just because it helps so much with exposure, posting highlights, posting where you're going to be playing at so college coaches know. And also just, again, the relationship aspect of it, it helps college coaches, connect with you when they can't be there physically and also, get to know you outside of your sport.
Yeah.
And that's what they want. They don't only care about how you play when they come to watch you play.
Yeah, have you heard everyone tells you when you're being recruited, like watch what you post,
Yeah.
everyone's watching. Like
Yeah.
all college coaches, they'll go through your social media. Have you heard that a lot or like what do you feel about that?
Yeah, what do they tell y'all nowadays? I feel like they tell y'all different stuff from when
Yeah.
I was
They
younger.
just told us like don't tweet out something stupid, like just make sure you're in check. But now it's so different. Like it's
Yeah.
literally like a place to make money off of now.
Yeah. No, I hear the same thing all the time. You better watch what you're posting. Don't post anything you wouldn't want a college coach seeing, which I wasn't gonna do that
Yeah.
anyways, but yeah, I hear it all the time too. It's the same thing.
Do coaches even look at Twitter anymore?
Yeah.
That was like their bread and butter back in the days,
Yeah,
bro.
looking up tweets
Twitter,
and
Twitter. Now they got TikTok, they
Insta,
got Instagram,
Facebook,
Snapchat, Facebook,
LinkedIn.
dang, LinkedIn.
You got a
bro, they
LinkedIn?
got- Nah.
I got a LinkedIn, man. Come on.
I
Hop
don't
on a
got
LinkedIn trend.
man. LinkedIn is old, bro.
Come on, dog.
You got MySpace?
Business connections. No, dude.
All right, then. Hey, Myka, we appreciate you so much for coming on to the show with us. We appreciate your insight, your input, and again, thank you for your courage and, standing up with your teammates, kneeling down with your teammates and, standing for what you stood for. We appreciate you. We wish you the best of luck at Florida.
Yeah, girl.
Turn it up. Go
Yeah.
crazy.
Go hoop. Go ball out.
Yeah. And
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
do you have a social media or anything? Where can people find you at? We want to show our support,
All my social medias are Myka GP _.
Sir. Myka GP _. Y'all
Go
heard
check her out.
Go
Y'all
check
heard
her
it.
out.
Y'all heard it.
If y'all
Follow
don't do it,
Certified
y'all tripping,
Bucket.
man. Certified Bucket.
Yeah, man.
We look forward to watching your career unfold and for you to keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Mr. Destroying.
I'm your co-host, Mrs. Sedona Prince.
Sedona Prince.
Sedona Prince.
Hey, man, make sure you guys drop questions down below in the comments. We don't have no answers unless you guys got questions for us. Or ring into the hotline. And if you guys want some of this drip, bro, listen. I know y'all certified buckets, but I put this on. I'll become a certified bucket too. Are those Oreo slides?
Our Oreo slides,
my
yeah.
God, bro.
Like the cream and the.
Oh my
yeah, the
God.
Oreo
Hey, listen.
slide.
If you guys want this drip on your own, click the link below or check availability at your nearest champs, and you too can be outfitted like this. We appreciate y'all, and we Audi 5000.
Bye, guys. Skirt, skirt, skirt.